Question 27. If I don't know to whom I owe money, how do I discover my creditors? First, if you don't know to whom you owe money, do the following. Go into a room that's quiet. Sit down with paper and pencil, take out a calendar, and let your mind wander or drift over each month. Think what happened to you. As you review your biography, think what you could possibly owe money for. Your mind remembers everything, and you just have to relax and let it roam and ask yourself, remember all my debts. And if you let your mind just free associate, I have found that clients do an excellent job remembering everyone to whom they might owe money. Second, you should pull your 3 major credit reports. We will give you a handout or brochure entitled Free Credit Reports, and here's the sample of it. The best method for obtaining all your credit reports is to use the toll-free number in our pamphlet. And that toll-free number is 1-877-322-8228. I'll repeat, 1-877-322-8228. You can call this number and the entire script of what you will hear on the voice system is in this pamphlet, and it's all listed out here. They will send you via the mail your 3 credit reports. The credit reports you receive in the mail are the best reports. You can obtain your 3 credit reports via the internet and print them out, but they aren't as good as the ones that you receive in the mail. And usually you don't have to instantly have your credit reports within a few minutes. Waiting a few days for the mail is well worth the wait, because the reports that come through the mail are the best ones. You have to obtain your Experian credit report, your Equifax credit report, and your TransUnion credit report, because not all creditors report to the same bureau. Now, there is only one official website for obtaining your free credit report, and that website is approved by the Federal Trade Commission, and that site is found right up here, www.annualcreditreport.com. All the other websites which promise you a free credit report are most probability ripoffs because you pay for those reports. Under the law, you're entitled to a free credit report once per year, and the credit bureaus had to establish a special website to comply with the law. And again, that website is right up here on the pamphlet, www.annualcreditreport.com. You've seen on TV an ad for a website called freecreditreport.com with a young man playing a guitar. It's a rip-off website. You still pay for your credit reports. Now, in all fairness, the official website, annualcreditreport.com, tries to offer you credit scores, and they charge for this service. But you don't have to purchase anything on this website, but you have to be careful not to click off the wrong thing. I can tell you from years of experience, you don't want to admit any creditor when you file a bankruptcy petition. Even if you think you could possibly owe on a debt, you should list it on the petition, and there's a special section which we check off and indicate that the debt could be contingent or disputed by yourself. If there's any possibility that you might owe a debt, you should list it on your petition. Don't wait until after you file bankruptcy to improve your credit report, is another point I want to make. You should start even before you file. Why? Most credit reports are loaded with errors just to begin with, and you don't have to want to discover the errors after you file bankruptcy. After you file bankruptcy, this is the typical problem that happens. You go to get a car loan, the credit manager says you can't get a loan because your credit report shows that you still owe on the debt. The creditor doesn't report to the credit bureau that you filed bankruptcy, and therefore it appears that you still owe the debt. You call me up and Attorney Falvey, you said the debt was discharged and you're telling me it's not discharged and they denied my application for a loan. What gives? Is the debt discharged? What gives is the fact that what the bankruptcy court has entered as an order doesn't get reported by your creditors to the credit bureaus. They have no incentive to report this information, and consequently, you have serious errors on your credit report. I've developed a whole program entitled the Fast Track to Credit for clients who have either filed bankruptcy or have had bad credit and they desire to buy a home or a car and just in general want to improve their credit scores. We give all our clients my booklets and 2 DVDs on this subject, and I give them instructions on how to use the booklets. Here are the 2 DVDs. They go for 1 hour each, part 1 and 2. And here are the booklets that go along with those seminars, presentations. And I always say an if is the largest word in the English language. You use my videos and booklets and follow the recommendations. You can easily have a passing 625 FICO score within 12 to 24 months after you file bankruptcy. And indeed, many of my clients far exceed the FICO score of 625 within 12 to 24 months after filing a bankruptcy petition. Now, we have a tremendous database of names and special phone books to discover the address of any creditor, and we'll help you with this process. Further, we've been able to locate a creditor's address, of course, using the internet. So far, as long as you give us the name of the creditor and especially the name of the state or states the creditor could be located, we can discover the address. And I found no matter how remote the creditor, we have found it. It's important to remember to have the address of the creditor, because without the address and the zip code, we can't fulfill our obligation under the law to give proper notice to the creditor of your filing of the bankruptcy petition. And without notice under the law, it compromises the integrity of your discharge. When we go to proof your petition, that means we go through the papers and review everything for correctness. Remember, it is vital to double-check the zip codes. Further, when we list a creditor, the bankruptcy form provides the listing of representatives of creditors, namely lawyers and bill collectors. It is important to list everything, and with the most major creditors, the bankruptcy form allows us to list several addresses. So we want to put all the bill collectors in and all the lawyers who are trying to sue you possibly. I have seen it happen on numerous occasions in the bankruptcy court where because of a wrong zip code or address, the attorney was struggling desperately to correct an error. The old saying, measure twice and cut once, is a gold standard in my office. Frankly, I might drive your patients to the wall, as they say, but I know after years of experience, you'll be grateful that I insist on spending sometimes hours upon hours proofing your documents with you before we file them. Now, warning, warning, warning. If you don't list the creditor on your bankruptcy petition, don't be surprised if the creditor pursues you post-bankruptcy.